The Indian ride-sharing and ride-hailing market is estimated to be worth $675 million in 2019 and $1.13 billion by 2023. There is a large impact of ride-hailing and sharing in India. People who use these services have delayed car or vehicle ownership and also tend to use public transport much more. All in all, ride-hailing and sharing services are good for the country, but they are extremely beneficial when electric vehicles are used. Think about all the oil saved and the lack of emissions during every ride. And you know what? Almost 100% of these rides are going to be in electric cars. And we have met a very interesting startup called Blu Smart here in Delhi, which is gearing up for exactly that challenge. Mr. Punit Goyal, Mr. Anmol Jaggi and his team are leading this effort here at Blu Smart to revolutionize electric vehicle ride-hailing.
Hi, I'm Punit. I'm the co-founder of Blu Smart. We are building India's largest all-electric ride-sharing, car-sharing and charging platform. Very happy to be with you guys today and looking forward to answer your questions. So the whole idea at Blu Smart is to build a ride-sharing platform, a car-sharing platform and a shared charging platform, a comprehensive platform for building the world's three largest mobility concepts under one umbrella: ride-sharing, car-sharing and shared charging. At Blu Smart, we want to build a ride-sharing platform for people to commute on daily basis. The car-sharing platform will be all about weekend travel. It's electric, drive it during the weekend, and the charging platform, which is essentially the Airbnb of charging. You can find any charger anywhere, and Blu Smart Charge will enable those chargers also to be monetized. So essentially, this is the whole idea behind Blu Smart.
The Blu Smart team launched India's first all-electric fleet of cabs in Delhi NCR in Jan 2019. As of July 2019, they have a fleet of 70 electric cars and a network of 15 charging stations across NCR. By the end of 2019, they plan to expand up to 800 electric cars and 100 charging stations in NCR and Mumbai locations.
So we started our operation early this year with 5 cars. As of now, we have 70 electric E-Verito premium sedans in Delhi NCR. We're scaling our E-Verito fleet to about 1200 cars by March 2020. We're also adding about 300 Tata Tigor EV cars, and we placed an order for 300 Hyundai Kona cars, which will join our fleet by March next year, starting with 30 end of August and 100 by end of December. And as Hyundai ramps up its manufacturing capabilities, we'll add more Hyundai Konas. With those cars, we can do longer range from Delhi to Agra, Delhi to Jaipur. And the E-Verito cars are essentially for intra-city travel. And as and when more cars come, we'll expand our fleet for the ride-sharing piece. For the car-sharing piece, we have already ordered Jaguar I-Pace cars, we have ordered BMW i3 cars for self-drive, and for charging, we are onboarding right now 200 chargers from REIL, 150 chargers from NTPC, and 15 chargers of Blu Smart Charge. So by end of September, we should have about 350 chargers on Blu Smart Charge platform.
So we've seen many electric ride-sharing services like Lithium and Rides, which are serving mainly corporates and businesses. This is the first time we've seen something which is actually for individuals like you and me. So thanks to Blu Smart, we are going to be able to have access to electric vehicles even for the common man. We asked Mr. Punit on how does the cost compare to an Ola or an Uber if one wants to go from say Gurgaon to Greater Noida in NCR. Also, how long does one have to wait to get a Blu Smart?
So it's the easiest way. Simply go on the Blu Smart app, download the app from Google Play Store, and the cars are at your beck and call. We're also going to be live soon on the Apple iStore app. That will be live from 1st of August. In terms of pricing, we are absolutely competitive with the global standards and the Indian standards. So our pricing is in the range of 14 to 15 rupees per unit. Essentially, we are not really competing with Ola and Uber on the pricing part. The whole idea is to create the stickiness, the user experience more based on the experience part than pricing. Electric mobility is much cheaper. To be very honest, the operating cost of electric mobility is about ₹1 per kilometer. That's the fuel cost. That can help us to bring down the cost of mobility to 10 to 11 rupees per kilometer, but we're giving you a high-end experience. So not cutting the cost, but being on the average cost of an Ola and Uber, we are giving you higher experience. It's like traveling Bombay-Delhi on a Go Airways flight or traveling on Vistara Economy Premium. Any day it's a no-brainer to be on Vistara Economy Premium, right? So we're giving you that higher experience at the same price of Ola and Uber. So that's the pricing part. In terms of the wait time, so the whole idea here was to crack the whip on the wait times. Our car, the way we have geofenced our operations and the way our hubs are located, the car should reach you in 4 to 6 minutes max. people don't want to wait 18 to 20 minutes, and this is what we saw with Ola and Uber. So the place where we started our operations, Gurgaon, the whole idea to get people to use Blu Smart was to give them the car in shorter wait times, and that got us traction. People who have shifted in phase 1 from Ola and Uber are the people who didn't want to wait for 18-20 minutes, and going forward we have to work on ensuring that wherever we operate we have to give cars to the consumers in shorter wait times of 4 to 6 minutes.
The 70 electric cars operational now are Mahindra e-Verito models. They have very attractive decals and blue designs representing the Blu Smart branding. This enables one to easily identify the service. Blu Smart has partnered with Mahindra Electric and plans to add up to 500 Mahindra e-Veritos by April 2020.
We are absolutely delighted to partner with Mahindra. They have been a leader in electric mobility. In fact, there are 2 manufacturers in India for automobile, but Mahindra leapfrogged in terms of electric mobility, and they missed out on the non-electric part, but they're doing pretty well on the electric part, and so we are very privileged to partner with them. We have taken 70 e-Veritos in phase 1 with them, ordered another 500, and we're taking some cars from EESL also. So EESL plays a large order on Mahindra for 10,000 cars. EESL, which is the Government of India entity, is also leasing the same electric cars to Blu Smart. So between EESL lease and our direct lease from Mahindra, we should have about 1,200 to 1,500 Mahindra e-Veritos. Going forward, a lot of other models of Mahindra will also be on electric. So we will also be taking all those models, going with XUV, TUV and other cars. And yes, obviously the same applies for Tata. We are in talks with Tata for a very, very large order. Right now the cars are not up to the range that we expected. We expect them to be 180 kilometers and all, but they are right now sub 100 or around that. But as technology curve gets better, they will also have cars with better range, so we onboard those cars. Hyundai, we already just shared with you that we are also entering into a strategic partnership with Hyundai. We'll be doing a large event with Hyundai in the next 1 month, just like we did with Mahindra in June. So we'll be onboarding Hyundai Konas on our platform. Same goes with BMW and Jaguar I-Pace. So I mean, we are totally agnostic. We are totally open to onboard good cars so that consumers get access to different cars from different manufacturers. The whole idea the consumer should have option, and we are doing that.
Is a big fan of the Mahindra Electric e-Verito. We have driven it and done some reviews, and we found this opportunity to ask Mr. Punit the kind of range he's getting and how this car performs in Delhi's scorching heat.
So the Mahindra e-Verito has a range of normally 130 to 150 kilometers. The cars that EESL took have range of 110. Blu Smart has chosen the highest variant of Mahindra. We have taken D6 model. So our cars normally run between 160 to 180 kilometers, and a lot goes about, you know, how you drive, the terrain, the conditions. So the range is about 160 to 180. We also understand from Mahindra that going forward the cars will be upwards of 200 kilometers in the next few months. And the way we have set up our charging locations, we can optimize the car, and we can actually achieve 180 kilometers on a single charge and also achieve 220 kilometers on a given day. We took the same car of Mahindra e-Verito to Jaipur, which is 280 kilometers one way, and brought it back. So we covered a distance of 560 kilometers with that same Mahindra car, and that just goes to talk about our operational capabilities.
Blu Smart has installed 15 DC fast charging stations in strategic locations all around Delhi NCR. One cool idea by the team was to install these DC fast chargers at basement levels in malls and other commercial places. This enables them to utilize unused spots and also protect the car from the sun and extreme heat while fast charging the batteries.
So the charging, Blu Smart Charge is essentially building the Airbnb of charging, where the whole idea is to essentially build a Starbucks of charging, set up charging locations at premier locations where people can access, where the demand is there. Same time, charging will evolve on its own. A lot of people and a lot of institutions are setting up charging stations. The whole idea in phase 2 is to become the Airbnb of charging and host those charging stations, so everybody has access to. So we are building an open public charging infra platform. The chargers are not only for Blu Smart. Every single charger set up by Blu Smart is for everybody, and that is when you optimize the investment from the charger. Otherwise the charger investment is a dead investment till you do not make it open and public. So whether it's a basement or whether it's an open public charging station that we have at Southex, I mean, it's strategically placed. The basement charging stations are purely for hubs, which are for us. At the same time, other fleets like Zoomcar, Drive Easy, Rev, Ola and Uber can also access those charging stations. And the open public charging stations at places like Southex, at Palam Vihar, at Lodi Garden we are building, in Lodi Road we are building one. Those are for anybody and everybody, for individuals, for fleets, so that anybody can access charging.
We also came to know about Blu Smart's plans to rent and return electric cars. This initiative is called Blu Smart Drive, where any individual can pick up a premium electric car like the Hyundai Kona, the Jaguar I-Pace, etc., self-drive and drop them off at the designated location. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. You can actually have a Hyundai Kona or a Jaguar I-Pace on rent and drive it yourself. We want to know from Mr. Punit, when is this service starting and in which cities?
So Blu Smart Chauffeur is the first model where we are, is the Lyft, Ola, Uber of electric ride sharing. The electric drive, which is a self-drive platform, will kick in from October this year. People don't want to buy cars anymore because A, the technology is evolving, cars are a depreciating asset. So why buy a car when you can simply rent a car? So what we are doing in Blu Smart Drive is we are building a Netflix of car sharing. You have access to any car you want, whether it's a Hyundai or it's a Tata or a Mahindra or a Jaguar or BMW. The time is gone for car ownership. The time has now come to embrace experience, not the ownership of the asset. It's a depreciating asset. And what we want at Blu Smart Drive is that to give people access to cars, they can simply drive it, pay for the use, not for ownership. They can drive for an hour, for a week, for a month, as long as they want. And this is what we want to do at Blu Smart Drive. And this Blu Smart Drive model will kick in by end of October. Just like Netflix does, you can access to any movie from any supplier. Same way, Blu Smart Drive will provide you different cars, different options, and you can choose to rent it by an hour, by the minute, pay per minute, and use it as long as you want.
Finally, setting up an electric car ride sharing service is a capital intensive process. We wanted to know how are Blu Smart funded and how is the company on track to meet their revenue goals.
So Blu Smart is a startup in the e-mobility space. We raised the seed round of $1.5 million early this month, and now we are in process of raising a $15 million Series A round. The cars essentially on lease, so we don't need to do any capex for the cars. The cars are coming on lease to us, and they are large HNIs who are deploying cars on our platform via Blu Smart Assure. The Blu Smart Assure model gives you fixed returns per month, so you can own a fleet, deploy that fleet on Blu Smart. Blu Smart gets the right of ownership for the car to use the car, and it gives you fixed returns per month. The Blu Smart charge is initially a capex heavy business when you set up charging stations in certain locations, but that also is asset light going forward, where people are deploying chargers on our platform. So essentially the money that we are raising right now is only for marketing, for branding, for promotions, the way Ola and Uber also did going forward. So this is about Blu Smart Charge fundraising, about operations. So each of our cars does about 2,200 rupees per day per car. We expect that the cars should give us about 2,800 rupees per day per car going forward from the month of September, once we are a bit more settled, as we are a growing company, and we should do revenues about 3,000 per day per car when the odd even kicks in by end of the year, when you have the IC cars which won't be allowed and you have odd even kicking in. Because Blu Smart cars have zero tailpipe emission, we expect to do better business during the odd even period in Delhi NCR. The average range should be about 2,500 per day per car from our operations.
We are extremely impressed by the team at Blu Smart. We need bright minds with smart ideas and investment into the Indian EV scene, and we wish the team the best of luck.